You say the demolition of the general hospital without a dedicated resource of funding for restructure was a mistake.
I like the way you were stressing on dedicated fund, no dedicated fund. Why would we go and demolish La when we haven't found source of funding? Let me tell you, the contractor that we signed a commercial agreement with to put up La is the contractor that demolished the building. So you haven't got funding, you haven't hired a contractor, you were not ready to reconstruct. Why will anybody go and demolish it? But the place had become a death trap. I went there on 2 occasions. Two different structural integrity tests have failed, and the only solution and recommendation was demolition. We found money before we moved in there. That money was coming from China as part of the, how do I call it, the bulk amount of money that government was borrowing from China to do that work. We had a Chinese contractor to go there. So after demolition, these IMF issues was what actually came up. And our government had to suspend some of these programs we have borrowed monies for. And that was the situation we found ourselves in. So the Chinese had to stop work. That was not the only project that was suspended. But the good news is that La has started. In fact, that was the first one. The finance ministry found some new money for us. I answered questions in parliament on that. But what I want to raise is the fact that nobody will go and demolish without a good source of funding. We had approval from cabinet, from parliament to do La on the basis of government borrowing money for us to do that project. And we handed the site over to the contractor we had agreed and signed these things for. Loans had been approved. They were waiting for, how do I call it, Shore insurance, and that also delayed. And the bank that was doing the bulk syndication thing, which bank was that? Went down on that in Switzerland, Credit Suisse, right? So we had to have some arrangements to get certain things done. Sunchart was doing some small portion, right? But they were standing by until we got a partner to replace Credit Suisse. And all these things delayed us that much. But like I said, luckily, the finance minister has found some money and they've started working. We've had a lot of arrangements and reviewed the contracts with the contractor. So they are there now. The same contractor we gave that thing to. We never signed a new contract. We never went back to parliament. He's working now. But the question is that we got money before the place was demolished.